Sorry, I just saw a hot man. Hi guys, welcome back to the vlog. It is Saturday. I didn't really vlog much during the week this week. I've been on a bit of a dopamine detox, trying to stay off social media during the days, just because it is like an addiction, like the way it impacts the reward system in your brain and your dopamine systems when you're off it and you're craving it and you want to go back on it. Like dopamine is the chemical of wanting more, like the anticipation of, rather than it being pleasurable, which is why when you're about to go on your phone, it feels really good when you're about to pick up TikTok, and then when you're scrolling on it for like 30 minutes you feel like shite, and that's because you've gone through the dopamine peak, crash again, and then your body is just like, well, we may as well stay on the app to try and get that dopamine hit again. And the algorithms are all designed to be that way. So another rant for another day, but I think as someone who kind of struggles with like an addictive behavior personality type anyways, in terms of my history with eating and how that impacts the brain and developmental trauma and everything, I think the phone has just been like the worst thing for me. So it was really getting to me, like quite bad, which I know sounds ridiculous, but I think when you're just like wasting hours of your day when there is so many other things that you want to be doing, it can actually really start to impact your mental health. I took a couple of days off, trying to be more mindful about like what content I'm engaging with. I think it's really easy to start like comparing yourself and everything, but I do enjoy YouTube and I feel differently after I watch YouTube, so I think I'm just gonna prioritize that. And also let me know in the comments if you have any favorite YouTube creators that are Irish, because I know obviously Amy Wiley, fellow Clare girly, and Stephanie, I actually don't know her, she's a friend of my friend, so I watched her. She's Steph Blah or Stephanie Blah, and Meg Hughes. They're like the three Irish girls that I watch. I'm always looking for other Irish creators to watch, because I do watch a lot of like American YouTubers, and I think it's nice just to support the Irish girlies. Plus I feel like the crack is kind of different, or like the feeling of the vlog is different, and it's a nice way to, they're living in Ireland, feel like you're getting a little bit of home. Anyways, I actually was going to start this vlog earlier on in the house, but I had a bad case of the uglies this morning. Like, do you know when you just wake up and you're just like, I am Shrek? So I was like, I just need to have a shower, go for a walk. I'm in my luteal phase, like about to start my period. So did all of the above, and I did feel better, had a shower, got ready, and a slick back bun is powerful. And I know it's probably giving me a receding hairline, but I can't stop. So I'm in the car now. I'm actually going on a hike later on with a friend of mine. We're going up to Encinitas and doing, I think, the railway track, and then going for a bite to eat afterwards. So that'll be lovely. Having a very wholesome, low-key weekend after last weekend, because I was just like, I don't know, my relationship with alcohol is definitely changing. I think I just have the type of personality that I'm either out or I'm not out at all. And I know people are like, well, just go and like have one or two. And I'm like, I think I'm going to have to start exploring just going and not drinking at all, because if as soon as a drop of wine hits my lips, I'm gone. Like my friends in London used to joke and say Lola would come out, that I would just like catapult myself, because I wouldn't be out for ages, and then I would go out and I'd be out till like 7 a.m, which obviously isn't very healthy. So that is what I'm doing today. I put my lashes on this morning as well, which does help with the ugly cases. I never would have been a lash girly. I used to get lash tints every now and again, but I don't know, they just always messed up my actual eyelashes, and I would have like 2 nubbins for like months afterwards, so it just wasn't worth it. So yeah, I'm just gonna vlog my weekend, I think, and bring you along with me. I'm about to go to World Market. It is post Halloween, which means all of the Christmas decorations will be out, and I think it's actually better for me to go now when I can't spend money because I don't have it, versus next week when I get paid, and then there's a higher chance that I will spend all my money. So I'm gonna go there now with my housemate, and I will show you all the cute bits. Gonna go on my hike later, have a cozy evening. I just finished Sex and the City, which I'm sad that it's over, because it was just like a really nice comfort show to have on. So I'm on the market for another show like that, if anybody has any recommendations. I've been meaning to watch Gilmore Girls, but I tried to watch it before and I just like couldn't really get into it. So let me know if you guys have any I think that's all my crack really. I have been in the past few days, literally only in the past few days, been reading more and just been learning more, and I've been kind of reminded why I started my Instagram page. Like, it initially started because I really wanted to share my interest and passion for all things neuroscience and what I was learning through my studies at the time. I was just off the back of my master's in psychology, and I was studying to be a life coach, and then I kind of over time got into the world of somatics and then trained as a breathwork practitioner earlier this year. But I'm so passionate about that work and how it has supported me through unpacking the developmental trauma of having cancer when I was younger, and I think other things that are going on for me, and I really want to share that in a way that people may not know about it. Like, I know in my world everybody talks about breath work and somatics and how you can use body-based tools to heal yourself, but I know that there's so many people out there that don't have access to that information, or it's just in different algorithms or different books or avenues that they have not explored yet. So I am gonna start making more videos on that as well on my Instagram page, and then maybe might do more like content related to those types of topics on here in longer form. I don't know if there's any interest in that because it has just been vlogs that I've done so far. Hello, by the way, to my 5 new followers. I noticed that I had 5 new subscribers the other day because I hadn't really gone on to check it because YouTube is a hard channel to grow. But I was talking to someone and they made some passing remark, and I don't think it was meant to be like mean, but it came up in conversation, and I mentioned that I was like had a page, and then she looked it up in front of me and was like, oh, you do YouTube as well? And she clicked on my YouTube, and then she was just like, oh, how long have you been doing it? You only have like 200 and something followers. And I was just like, first of all, and second of all, I was like, that's still a lot to me. Like, I know 200 in the scheme of things of content world isn't a lot, but like if 200 people were watching my video, or if I was giving a presentation to 200 people in an auditorium or something, that is a lot of people, and a YouTube video is a big portion of someone's day if it's like a 30-minute video that people will sit down and watch or have on in the background. So I didn't really like that, but I do think that people do have a mentality around starting things like content creation or a YouTube channel because they're afraid that like no one will follow them or no one will watch it. And this is honestly such an outlet for me to just speak out loud, to process things, to share things that I learn, to share my life so I can watch it back or record my friends and memories that we can have of each other. And I think that like firmly is my belief around this particular platform. So I think having a small following like doesn't really matter to me, but I will just say if that is a reason that you're not doing something that you want to do, I would honestly just say it and do it anyways, because like regardless if someone watches it or not, it should be something that you enjoy. And that was kind of the like clap back that I had for this particular person. Yeah, just wanted to share that as well. So I'm gonna go, I'll bring you guys with me, and I will see you in a minute. Need this in my life. Little charcuterie board. S'more. So good. This is the snack section. My friend Aiden would love these flavors. How freaking cute! They're espresso cups. I just felt like it was really necessary for me to update the vlog. I'm pretty sure I just saw my husband in Vaughn's. My God, the men over here, they're a different breed. Like, you just don't see men like that in Ireland. They're just like hunks. They're like guys that you would see in a movie and you'd be like, no, you're not real. And then you just go to the shop and you see them in there. He was wearing like a Carhartt like jacket, just was, oh my God, this is actually the PB Run Club. I forgot my lights are on. I'm just waiting for one of the girls. This is PB Run Club. Wait, there's more gonna come now, but they are running in droves, and I mean droves, around PB. They're like a feckin' army every time I see them. You can see them coming down the road with all their little headlights. There's like hundreds of them. I mean, it's you couldn't catch me dead. Like, I love to cycle, but like the Run Club is just not for me. I can't get on board. Anyways, Gonna go and home and make my dinner. It's a Monday night. I've just been working all day. I literally went for a walk this morning and have not left the house since. Apart from seeing my mans at Vaughn's, I'm gonna have to note the date and time like I'm witnessing a crime and try to report back to Vaughn's at the same time next week. Hopefully I run into him again. They're still going. There's just so many. But anyways, I'll update you guys later. Hello. It is it's Wednesday. Is it Wednesday? It's Wednesday afternoon, and I just realized that I never finished the vlog over the weekend. I didn't even do anything that fun on Sunday, did I? No, I don't think so. So I didn't even vlog on Sunday. So I guess this is now a weekly vlog because it's Wednesday. I have had a really super busy start to the week. It's Q4 for me. I still work a corporate job. I work in sales in San Diegoooo, so I'm just up the walls. I'm actually flying to Wisconsin next week, which I've never been to Wisconsin, so that'll be interesting. Also, I've noticed, and I've had to cut it out when I'm editing these videos, but you don't realize the things that you do that are weird until you start recording yourself all of the time. And one thing I noticed that I do all the time, and I hope that no one notices this in real life, but like in between my thoughts and sentences, I'll take a breath and I'll go like this. And I'll make like the loudest like sound. And I've had to edit them all out. What was I saying? I have been really getting back into breathwork recently in terms of facilitating breathwork, and I have been loving it. Started my Instagram page because I was learning about neuroscience and I was learning about different nervous system states, and it was really resonating with me in terms of I could finally understand like what was happening with my biology in terms of my past and trauma that I had experienced and my present and how shut down I felt. And so when I was learning all that, I was like, oh my god, I have to share this with people. This makes so much sense. Like, I'm not alone in how I feel. And then as the page has just gone on, I've just been probably consuming too many other TikTok accounts that are like content media strategists and like telling you how to edit your videos and blah blah blah. And whilst there's been lots of learnings in that, which has been really great, I've also just been kind of like, fuck it, I'm just gonna share what I want to share. Like, I have so many stories I want to share, but I don't share them because I'm trying to like package it in this specific way that the algorithm is it's gonna work for. And don't get me wrong, it does feel really shit sometimes when you share something and you haven't like edited it to the nines and then it kind of flops. And I don't care because I care about what other people think in terms of it getting not many views, but I care that it didn't get many views because it means that the people I wanted to see it didn't see it, if that makes any sense. But anyways, have been getting back into a routine with reading daily, and I get so many nuggets of information from the books that I read and I like to learn about. Started reading The Body Keeps the Score recently, which is like a very buzz book in terms of the holistic health world. But it is the type of book that you can read twice. And I'm not even gonna lie, I didn't even finish it the first time because I just kept restarting it, and rather than just picking it back up where I left it off. So I'm reading that again at the minute, and it's so fascinating how much your body holds on to. And we're not taught about like regulation in any capacity in school, and it is vital to our survival and our being. And I think if they had even 15 minutes in their curriculum to teach children the emotional regulation techniques and skills that are so critical to helping us function and feel happy and normal, I think the world would just be a better place. One of them which I really like to do, which you can save, is havening. And essentially this is a bilateral somatic exercise where if you can link your fingers, you can just like not link your fingers, but if you cross both your hands like this and put it on your chest so your fingers are just below your collarbone. And I like to do it with my eyes shut, and I like to just do diaphragmatic breathing deeply in and out through the belly and out through the mouth when I do this. But essentially you're just tapping. It's called butterfly taps as well, or havening. Sorry, it's called butterfly taps. Havening is something different. Never mind, I'll tell you what havening is in a second. These are butterfly taps. So I usually will just and it seems like such a simple practice, but even in that like 2 minutes Oh my god, I swear to god the yawn wasn't planned. But the yawn is such a good sign that your body is shifting into its parasympathetic nervous system, which is the branch of your nervous system that says, hey, I feel relaxed, we can chill, nothing is going to kill us today. That is the main goal when you're doing any sort of somatic exercise, is to just bring yourself back down out of what can usually be a state of hypervigilance, fight or flight, like you're really anxious, you're really restless, or it can be a state of shutdown as well. Like if you feel really numb, like a state of collapse. This is what happens to like the primitive part of our brain. If you think about reptiles when they play dead, that's essentially what your nervous system is doing. When you're perceiving a threat in your environment that is too overwhelming, your nervous system will shut down. So that's what I mean by collapse. But what comes with that is usually states of being literally like laying down, bed rotting, like being on your phone, not wanting to socialize, not really feeling engaged with anything, not being able to like use your executive faculties to do your work correctly or think properly. And that exercise, the butterfly taps, uses bilateral stimulation to regulate your nervous system, and the breath obviously helps as well when you're concentrating on the breath. So I do that sometimes when I'm feeling overwhelmed, like if I think I have too many things on my plate with work and I notice that I'm procrastinating on my phone, I will do an exercise like that, and then I will go back to my list and I'll just be like, okay, like what is the absolute 3 most urgent things that I have to get done today, and then I'll just do those. And typically what I find is when I can engage my brain back up into a space where it's productive, I can then actually continue to do other stuff on my list. But at least by outsetting like, what are the 3 non-negotiables I have to get done today, it just is more manageable than being like, I have to do everything that's on my list today. So I wanted to share that with you guys. And the other thing that I mentioned that I missaid was havening, which is a different technique, which usually I will do with like a sleeveless top on so I can actually touch my skin. But it's these like short movements like up and down on the skin, and essentially there's mechanoreceptors underneath the skin which send signals to your brain, and it actually mimics a lot of the time the motor neurons that would have been stimulated by your mother when you were a baby. So you'll often see mothers like stroking their babies' faces, and it's like this really short like stretch of your skin. It's like 2 to 3 inches. You just do that. It sounds like it's nothing, but honestly, try it. Do it with some deep breathing, maybe some like nice chill music, sat down in your room, and imagine you were giving that comfort to a younger version of yourself that needed it. And it really, truly does help. So I wanted to share those 2 things. I've been doing those recently when I've been having days where I've not been feeling too hot. So I just wanted to share them with you, my friends. I am gonna go back. I've just had my lunch. I am really loving these. They're from Trader Joe's. I used to always get the spicy jalapeno ones, but I actually saw these sweet maple ones recently, and I was like, ooh, they look really good. So if you are living in the United States, these slap. Sweet apple chicken sausages. I usually cut them into like coins. They taste disgusting if you eat them raw. I can eat the spicy jalapeno ones raw, and I ate one of these raw, or I bit into one and I was like, that tastes like actual ass. So I would cut them into coins and put them on the stove top and like fry them off for a minute. Delicious. So I had breakfast for lunch because I'm in my follicular phase. So I actually did a little fast this morning, but me and fasting, dangerous territory given my history with food. But I was just feeling like not like great this morning, and I didn't really want breakfast. So I was just like, your follicular phase is the best like power phase in your cycle if you do want to dabble in fasting. Hey Remy. I learned all that from Fast Like a Girl, Mindy Peltz I think is her name. But so many other benefits. I'm not just talking about for weight loss. The reason I did it this morning, and I have to like be mindful of why I'm doing it, is more around getting your body into a state of rest. I ate a lot over the weekend. Just like, I just was feeling like I needed like to give my body a break, rather than it be like, okay, I'm gonna cut out my calories for breakfast. Your body essentially goes into a state of autophagy after 17 hours, which is essentially a state where all of the cells will go into your body and start getting cleaned up. Any like debris or anything, you know, in terms of like your lymphatic system that needs a bit of time to just repair, rather than being in a state of digest all the time. Clock it. And yes, I'm ranting now, so I'm gonna go back to work. But love you all. Hope that you're having a great day whenever in the future you're watching this. Guys, I am getting a wetsuit for my surf lesson on Friday. which is very exciting. It's so annoying though, all of the sales start on the 28th, but I need one now. And they're all on clearance, which is so good. I really don't need this, but I'm gonna buy it. Okay, sorry. What do you mean I have to take it off now? I picked up the wrong fucking wetsuit. Okay guys, wetsuit is acquired. I said that with so much confidence as well, that's kind of embarrassing. Anyways, got my wetsuit. You saw me trying it on in the dressing room, and I kid you not, I was sweating balls trying to get that thing on, and tried it on in my size, and it was fitting. I was like, okay, perfect. Went back outside, and then I looked, and I was looking at the sticker to make sure that it was on clearance, because they're like $425. And she'd pointed to the rack and been like, those are the ones on clearance. Obviously, my luck, I picked up the one that someone had obviously taken from the normal rack and put on the clearance rack because it didn't have a clearance sticker. And I asked her and she's like, yeah, that one is at retail. The rest of them, if they have the red sticker, they're on clearance. So I was like, I'm going to have to go back in and try on again one that is actually on clearance. Of course, they did not have my size. So I went down a size and I went up a size, and I was like, I'm gonna be bold and brave and try the one on down a size first. By no means have I lost weight. By no means should this fit me. By all means was it a big struggle to get on. I probably should have sized up. But my logic is that hopefully I'm going to randomly lose 15 pounds. Who said that? I do think with wetsuits though, you're better off size down than size up, in my personal professional opinion. So that's what I did. And she's gorgeous. I really wanted an all black one, but we had to go with the navy because they didn't have all black. And it's a 4.3 full suit because I do tend to be on, just hit puberty, I do tend to be on the chillier side. So I went for a thicker suit, and I have booties already from when I was in Ireland. I used to go lake swimming in Ballyalla Lake in Ennis, County Clare, which if you know where that is, I used to just go in togs and in the depths of winter. Not really 100% sure on the current water quality of that, if you're meant to be swimming in that. Did not care at the time. B, freezing. The first time I went, I had to get a swimming cap because my head got brain freeze from the outside because it was so cold. Anywho, went back to my car and I found $1 on the way to the car. So I was like, I'm gonna take that as good luck. And now I'm home and it's 7 p.m. and I have so much work to do. I saw a TikTok today and it was this girl and she's like, I thought it was working in the office that was a problem, and now that I have a fully remote job, I just realized I just don't like to work. And I was just like, that is very real. So I'm gonna go have my dinner. I'm actually having a very bro dinner because I'm having beef and eggs, but it's all I have, and I just couldn't find it within my soul to bring myself to the Shoppadorach on my way home. Beef and eggs it is. I might have beef, eggs, cottage cheese and Ribena. Cottage cheese on Ribena with spicy brown mustard actually slaps. And I don't want to hear otherwise. It's not even really weird after they touch money. My hands feel like there's a film of dirt over them now. And I don't even want to touch my phone to turn this off until I go and wash my hands. Is that just me? Perhaps? All clean. I smell like beef. Hi girlies. It is Saturday. My hair is looking very ginger right now. Not mad at it though. It never actually looks this over, and since I dyed it, I think it's when it's just hitting the natural light. I am parked outside Best Buy because Black Friday is coming up. I have my eye on a DJ Osmo Pocket 3, which I have been really wanting to invest in a proper camera for vlogging because I just use my phone all the time, which is fine. But specifically this camera has a gimbal, which means it will have a steady frame if I'm walking and my phone is bouncing up and down. This stabilizes the image, and you can also take pictures with it. So I was like, how cool. It's made for being out and about and vlogging. So I'm excited. I'm gonna go in and price it and see how much it is and see if they have any discounts for Black Friday, and then maybe make a purchase, an early Christmas present to myself, because I'm not going home for Christmas. So that would be nice to have and treat myself to. And then it's super wet and rainy today in San Diego, and we're having a storm, which I find hilarious because I do appreciate that the landscape here maybe isn't used to a lot of rain, therefore there is a higher risk of flooding, which obviously people need to prepare for. But all week people have been like, there's a storm coming, there's a storm coming. And then I went outside today and I was like, it's lashing, like it's just raining, like it's raining heavily. There's no like high wind or like thunder or anything like that. So I was like, that's very funny. Oh my god, it's chucking it down. I kind of take back what I said yesterday about them being dramatic about the storm, because when I was out yesterday there were so many places flooded, like businesses and roads and stuff. So I was like, oh, maybe I'm wrong. But I feel like I'm back home. So I am just been all cozy all day, and I have been in the coffee shop just doing some editing. I had to like make an Eventbrite for my breathwork event. And you know when you need to do those jobs and it's like, why isn't this simple? Like every second page that I went on to was asking me to do something else about like my taxes or like setting up my bank account or just like whatever. So anyways, I got it up. I have like 3 spots left for my event next Friday, which will be lovely. And then I need to continue to market it because I am having them bi-monthly now. See, this is the problem. I came in here for one thing and now I'm like, oh, I actually need a Garmin for the bike as well. So I did manage to lose my headphones recently, so I am going to buy these. But they're kind of inexpensive, so it's not too bad. Found them. They're locked up in this cage though. I don't know how much they are. I just realized that I never filmed an outro to this vlog as I'm editing it. So I just wanted to say goodbye to you guys. And if you've watched all the way till the end, I really appreciate when people watch my YouTubes, like more so than any other platform, because I'm just like, look at you listening to me yap for 15 to 20 minutes. But no, seriously, if you do enjoy the vlog and you think your friend will enjoy, I would love if you could share it with them, because all I feel like I do is tell my friends to watch my vlog and I'm sure they're sick of me. But yes, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. I am going to be starting surfing soon, so you're going to be coming along with me on my journey to being terrible at surfing. But now that I have more time at the weekends, because I'm not really working in the restaurant anymore, I am so excited to like start surfing. I want to go on all of these like camping trips. I'm going to vlog all of that. I'm going to convert my 4Runner. If you've been following my Instagram before, you'll have seen that I converted my RAV4 when I was living in Ireland for the year between London and California. And honestly, so much fun. Like, I used to just go off solo camping at the weekend on my own. I would drive to like Donegal or like Cork or wherever, and I would just like camp up and camp on my own, which I felt so fine doing when I was in Ireland. But obviously now I'm in California, I'm like, that's kind of scary. So I don't know, we shall see. I think I'll just have to like scope out the campsites, or I'll just go with friends. But I kind of love just going on my own sometimes. It's so nice just to be out in nature and just be with yourself. But anyways, I'm rambling. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I will see you in the next vlog.